Hoy estamos celebrando un día muy especial, pero uno que quizás no significa lo que usted piense. Le lo explicaremos todo en este episodio de DIY Today. Hola everyone, and bienvenidos or welcome to DIY Today. I'm John.
I'm Brittany.
And I'm Jama. Each year, people throughout the United States celebrate their Mexican heritage on May 5th.
But unlike what most may think, May 5th, or El Cinco de Mayo in Spanish, isn't actually Mexico's Independence Day.
El Cinco de Mayo is actually a celebration commemorating the victory of the Mexican army over French forces at the Battle of Puebla on May 5th, 1862. They don't celebrate their independence from Spain until September.
On today's episode, we're going to make some DIY traditional treats for your Cinco de Mayo celebration.
We'll get started right after this.
Welcome back. Up first today, James is going to make a drink for us to enjoy that may not have the same spirited kick of the ones that you order in a restaurant, but that's every bit as refreshing.
We're going to make a lemon lime punch that is real fast and easy, and it would be great for any type of fiesta you want to have. First, you need 12 ounces of lemonade concentrate, 12 ounces of limeade concentrate, okay, and then we're going to add a cup of powdered sugar, and this punch should be fairly tangy but with a little bit of sweetness to it. All right, and we need 3 cups of water. This is 2 cups of water.
This is definitely something the kids could help you with.
Yes, they sure can. I bet it would be refreshing on a hot day.
It definitely would.
And we're going to take a whisk and stir it up. Okay, and we're going to add our Sprite. Starting to fuzz like punch.
Yep.
All right. And we can add a few lime slices to go on top. Well, let's put the ice in there first. Thanks, Brittany.
You're welcome.
We're going to keep a couple of lime slices out to line our glasses and dip in salt and try our punch out.
Get the first one started here for you.
It smells really good.
It does smell really good.
Okay, there's our first one.
Cup. You're a pro at this, John.
This just adds that extra little festive touch to your party.
All righty.
Looks great.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
That's really good. We'll be back with more right after this. We're back. Now that we have our beverages, we need a salty snack to go with it, and John has the perfect recipe.
All right, for our snack today, we're going to start with one of everyone's favorite things when they go out to their Mexican restaurant of choice. The first thing you get on your table is a basket of chips with some salsa. I think that's probably what everyone eats more of than probably their actual meal when they go to those restaurants. So what we're going to do, got a bowl here to mix things up in. We're going to start with a 10-ounce can of diced tomatoes with some green chilies. We've got 2 of those cans. We'll mix them in here. Okay, thank you. And then next in this bowl, I've got a mixture of things. I've got some diced up tomato, just some regular fresh tomato, some red onion, and a little bit of garlic too. So we're going to add all of that into our bowl. Give it a little mix here. Thank you. Then I've got just a little bit of salt and some black pepper. And in this bowl, we've got just a mix of whatever kind of spices you want to put in there. Some of the traditional Mexican spices might be like cumin or coriander or oregano, things like that. So we've just got a mix of things in here. Add just a little bit. We'll mix it up. And this is definitely one of the chunkier salsas. If you want, if you'd like it to be a little bit thinner, you could put everything in a blender and blend it up, and then it'll be a little on the soupier side. But some folks like that. That kind is better if you're going to put it on like tacos or something like that, so it spreads out over the rest of your food. And now the word salsa actually in Spanish, it just means sauce. So if we say salsa in a Spanish-speaking country, that could mean anything, but of course here in the US when we say salsa, this is more what we're referring to. So I think it looks like we're mixed up here. And now this is totally optional, but if you want to, you can add just a little bit of fresh jalapeno in it if you like it a little on the spicy side. I'm not gonna add too much here. I don't wanna kill us with the spice, but the fresh chili pepper flavor is always nice too. So we'll just add a few little pieces of that. And I think we're nice and thoroughly mixed up here, and we're ready to give it a try.
All right.
So Jamin, you want to grab a tortilla chip of your choice?
Thank you.
And let's give it a taste. It's definitely a little on the spicy side, but it's very good. Something else if you wanted to, and this is all just depends on personal taste, is one of those things everyone's going to have their own recipe for salsa. You can even take some fresh lime juice and squeeze over it. Anything like that would make it perfect. Now another treat that you can enjoy with your tortilla chips, if salsa is not your thing, you'd like something maybe a little more on the mild side, you can always do guacamole. Now guacamole is made out of avocados. When you're picking out an avocado at the store and you can't really tell if they're ripe just by looking at them, so you kind of got to feel them. If they're really hard like a rock, they're probably not ripe yet, but if they're really too mushy, then if you cut it into it, it'll probably be kind of brown and slimy and gross, and you don't want that either. So you want it to have just a little bit of give to it when you squeeze it. Once you get it home from the store, of course it looks like this when it's whole, you're just going to take your knife, put it in at the top, and just run your knife around. You'll notice in the middle of the avocado, if you've never worked with one before, your knife will only go about halfway through. Once you do that, just give it a good twist, and it'll come apart, and you'll notice there's a pit inside of it. To get the pit out, all you do is just kind of carefully smack it with your knife and just twist the pit out. Once you do that, if you'll run your knife kind of long ways and then crossways to get some nice little cubes and dump those in a bowl, And then the best part is if you've already got all of the ingredients that we used in our salsa, just use those same things minus the canned tomatoes. Don't use those, but the fresh tomato, the onion, the garlic, jalapeno, even all the spices, just mix those up with some mashed avocado and you've got a perfect guacamole to enjoy with your chips and salsa. This kind of guacamole is a little bit more flavorful than what you'll find in some restaurants. Sometimes it can be kind of bland and just kind of tasteless, but I think you'll really like this one that we've got here for you today.
And we've got some more Fiesta fun right after this. Welcome back. Brittany is going to round out our Cinco de Mayo celebration with something sweet.
Okay, so today we're going to make a little bit of a twist on your classic churro. These are baked churros. What you'll need is crescent rolls, a stick of melted butter, and then about half a cup of sugar and a little bit of cinnamon, and you'll mix that together. And the first thing you're going to want to do is get your crescent rolls out. This is always the fun part where you get to pop it open.
When I was a kid, I was always scared of biscuits, crescent rolls, everything. That popping noise, it always scared me when I was little.
Oh, hold on to your seat. Oh, there it goes.
Not so bad now.
Okay, so first we're going to spread them out here. You're going to want to do this on some parchment paper just so that they don't stick to your cookie sheet. And instead of pulling these apart into the triangles, you're going to want to keep two of the triangles together so that you end up with a perfect rectangle. And then you're just going to want to pinch those edges in together just so that you don't have a gap in there.
I can help you with these two.
Thanks. Perfect. Okay, once you get them pinched together, you're going to want to spread some of your melted butter over top of them. And you can use a brush, and if you don't have a brush, you can just use a paper towel, and you just dip that in your melted butter, and you just run your butter over top of your crescent roll. Okay, once you get your butter on, you're going to want to take your sugar cinnamon mixture and just sprinkle it over top of your crescent roll.
Help you on these.
And you're only going to want to do it over one of these because the other one is the top. So this will go on top of that.
Okay.
You want to make sure you have quite a lot on there.
Kind of like making cinnamon toast.
Right, yeah. All right. Okay, so once you have that covered really well, you want to take your other piece and just flip it right on top, almost to make like a little sandwich.
I smell the cinnamon already over here.
It smells really good. Okay, and then you're going to want to do some more butter on top of these because they are going to bake in the oven, and you want to make sure that they're the perfect amount of flaky and crispy. You don't want them too dry. Okay, then once you have them covered up, you're going to take a pizza cutter and you're going to cut them into strips horizontally. And then you're going to want to separate those. When you have your strips, you're going to twist them. Just like that. and then lay them on the cookie sheet. Okay, so now that you have all of your crescent rolls twisted, we're going to bake these at 375 degrees for 15 minutes. Okay, now we've got them out of the oven. They look like this, delicious. Why don't we all take a bite and see how they are?
Yes, please.
Go ahead.
Okay, this one here.
All right.
Delicious. That's all the time we have for today.
We'll be back next time with more crafts, projects, tips, and tricks that you can do yourself at home.
And until then, Feliz Cinco de Mayo.